Hello and welcome to Reel to Reel. It's been almost a year since the tragedy at Sandy Hook Elementary School where 20 children and 6 educators were killed. A tragedy that brought the nation to its knees. Last week we heard from the pastor of St. Rose of Lima Church in Newtown, where several of the children were parishioners. Tonight we continue our series, this time focusing on the faith of the high school youth group there. These teens have been through incredible heartache in the last year, but their faith and the faith of the entire parish community really brings to life what John writes in the Gospel. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Reel to Reel's CAROLEE MCGRATH joins us now with the second part of this special report.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee.
Every Sunday night, Rod Blessey gathers with the teens of St. Rose of Lima Parish in Newtown, Connecticut. Rod, the high school youth minister for St. Rose, has more than 100 teens involved in youth group, an impressive number to say the least. Teens already have enough on their plates with schoolwork, peer pressure, and just the regular ups and downs of growing up. But in the past year, these teens have been through more heartache than most can imagine, coping with the devastating tragedy at Sandy Hook Elementary School, where 20 children and 6 educators were murdered December 14th. How have you managed to get to this point?
Well, the truth is that, what we do as a group is the same thing we did in December. Our kids, we bring our kids to the sacraments. And, when tough times happen, you need to spend time with your Heavenly Father.
Rod, a father of 3, says consistency has been crucial over the last year to help the teenagers heal. The youth group regularly attends Eucharistic adoration and prays the Rosary. They also go on retreats together. They were the largest parish represented last summer at the Steubenville East Conference at the University of Rhode Island.
I've seen, some things with these teens where they're just, some of them just never really got to grieve, and they're before the Blessed Sacrament, and, he just pours out, his love to them and gives them a little bit of healing, allows them to grieve.
Alex Gerbo is a sophomore at Immaculate High School, a Catholic school in nearby Danbury. The 16-year-old has an older brother and a younger brother.
There's no other way to say it. It's been tough, but going through it with so many people around you, and that's one of the main things I've discovered through this time, is that having people with you to experience it with you, it really helps.
8 of the first graders murdered were parishioners at St. Rose of Lima.
I don't think I was angry. I was more so confused, but right away that we had a huge mass, which a lot of people heard about. I got the opportunity to serve at it, and I think that just through the beauty of the mass and seeing so many people come together, I quickly realized that God wasn't he hadn't abandoned our town.
Rebecca Vadola is a senior at Immaculate High School as well. She's the oldest of 5 girls.
My faith has been absolutely essential throughout the whole ordeal after the tragedy. My faith is what grounded me, and the faith of others around me. And it can be difficult to trust in God, especially when something so tragic happens, but I don't think I ever had a problem with it because my faith was so strong beforehand.
The teens and Rod say that right away they and others in the parish knew that an act of evil, not God, caused the tragedy. And they say there were signs that God was near. One was the cross in the clouds, a picture taken the morning of the shooting by parishioner Michael Coppola. And then there was this rainbow on Divine Mercy Sunday in April, which appeared after the youth group prayed the Chaplet of Divine Mercy.
I actually went outside because there was another teen coming out. I walk outside and a couple other adults, we walked out, and we look up and there's this rainbow literally going, from one side all the way over the top of the church to the other.
Yeah, the cross in the clouds, the rainbow, it's so obvious that God never left us. He was always here.
Monsignor Weiss, the pastor of St. Rose, says he's convinced that the only way to stop such senseless violence is by building a culture of life, where the dignity of every person is valued and protected. He says the cross in the clouds and the rainbow are signs of hope.
I think for the beginning, people saw this as you know, evil, but then to realize that through this image of a cross, and you know, you can read what you want into it, but I think all of us read into the fact that God is near to us. You know, initially I saw it as a sign of protection, but as time went on, we had a visionary here from Medjugorje who spoke, and I was listening to him speak. I realized that there was also a burden that had been laid on this community to continue to witness to faith. You know, a cross was laid on the shoulders of this town, and what were we going to do with that? Were we going to just let it hang there, or were we going to do like Jesus did? You know, he died on the cross, but then he rose.
I'm holding rosary beads, and these were made for the youth group here at St. Rose of Lima Parish, and you can see they're green and white like the colors of Newtown. And both the teens here and Monsignor Weiss agree that the most important thing that we as Catholics can do for those who are suffering is to pray, and pray often, and also to witness to Christ's love and his peace and his mercy. What do you want people to do a year later for you? What can we do as Catholics at home who are watching this?
You know, let's just get back to what we're supposed to be. You know, our community and honoring the first anniversary is not going to have a town-wide observance. We're asking people to do kindnesses within their own community in the name of these victims. You know, let's get back to where we live, and let's make a difference where we live. And whether it's here in Newtown or whether it's in Southbury or anywhere in this world, you know, let's get back to what God called us to be. I realize that we've had a lot of issues in our church, and it has driven many, many people away. But even our new bishop is saying, let's just go one by one. Let's reach out to one person at a time and take their hand and bring them back.
Reporting for Reel to Reel from Newtown, I'm Carolee McGrath.